If you're wondering how could we end up like that, we'll need to go back in time a little bit to May 2026, when we won the nationals for Wacken metal battle in Latvia. Which meant that we are now going to Germany to play a festival.
We are absolutely freezing. It's so cold.
The exciting part was actually learning how all these big festivals work. After a 20-hour-long road, we first went to guest check-in to get passes for our guests, and then we went to artist check-in to get all the passes for artists to be able to get access to artist camp and, you know, backstages and stuff. And only then we went to a VIP camping.
This is gonna be our home for the next 5 days.
Where all the Wacken metal battle bands and press were located, and set up tents and prepared our kind of camping spot.
It's 5:30. I'm in my tent. We're exhausted. We've been traveling 20 hours. 24. I just want to sleep, honestly. I don't want to even eat.
How cool people were with their stuff. Like, they knew the drill, totally knew the drill. They got incredible tents and solar panels and chairs and tables, so real cool. This is like a VIP section. You can wash your hands there. You got a water station refill. You got a proper bathrooms and toilets and stuff. And then you also got the showers here, like real good 24/7 showers. On a day of our performance, which was the first day of the festival, we woke up. It was incredibly hot, like +31, I believe.
How hot is it?
And the difficulty started with trying to figure out where do we need to go.
Which is an emergency way. Just go all the way down. There's also a bus going by.
It was such a huge place, so we really needed to figure out all the stage placements and how do we get there. For the first time ever, we got our backstage room where we could dress up and put our stuff there. Only on the day of performance we had access to Artist Village. All the professional bands also are staying there.
This is the Artist Village. It's kind of cool. It's peaceful and quiet, so it's really nice, and you can find a shadow. Well, this is the best part, obviously. The guys are just, chilling in jacuzzi. Мне кажется, кто-то зажрался.
Да.
There's even a VIP toilet, guys. A VIP. This is what's called luxury. It's a bathroom. Also really cool stuff. There's a massage, barber shop, Misha, and physiotherapy. And you can book a slot for yourself. Massage, some barber, like hairstylists, and physiotherapy. So I booked myself massage before the show. Then a little bit later before the show I'm gonna do a haircut or something like that, and then I'm gonna go after the show to physiotherapy. I booked myself hairdresser because it's for free. So I'll look a little bit maybe nicer on stage. I don't know.
Thank you for your service.
This is the most important part. This is the catering.
There were so many different foods there, also vegan options, the huge variety of stuff. There was everything, I think, soups, burgers, pizzas, chili con carne, chili sin carne, desserts, mousses, salad, bars, fruits, fruit salads, lots of coffee opportunities, teas, cocktails, or anything you want.
I need to catch 𝗙ηκε live, so I'm running with my lunch. My set is an hour. Is it a smart decision? No. Am I doing that? Yes. Hell yeah!
It was the first day of a festival, so I didn't even know how the stages are located. So it was so hard to find the stage where 𝗙ικές are playing.
And now I'm running back because I have a fucking show.
and I a little bit got lost.
Make my life worth something more.
I made it on time. Because the distances are so big, we even had to book ourselves like a shuttle to transport our stuff from our camp to actually backstage, and then from the backstage to actual stage. How it works on the big festivals is that while one band is playing on a stage next to yours, you are preparing.
And this is our square with our things.
So you don't have proper sound check. You only have like a really quick line check. You have like 30 minutes to set everything up and hope that it all works. The gear and etc. And there's no opportunity to adjust the sound. So Chris made a very smart decision. He asked for something on rollers that we could easily pull on the stage, because literally you don't have time to prepare. As you can hear, the band is already playing and there's no way you can check your sound. With these circumstances, you just need to make sure that once they finish, you'll be able to play immediately. Our show is starting and I'm realizing that I want to drink. So I'm giving 𝗙cie a microphone. So he holds it for a couple of seconds while I'm drinking. And he decides to entertain Anton and does this. We're playing, it's actually cool, there's lots of people there, we're in the middle of our first song. And then this happens. What happened is that our computer overheated. I thought my in-ear monitors broke down or something happened to my wireless system, but no, that happened to all of us, including our drummer. And I was lucky I was able to pull out my in-ear monitors, so I heard nothing on the stage, there was no sound, but at least I could hear drums and try to sync with them. But our drummer and everybody else, Chris and Roma, they had their hands busy because they were playing, so they couldn't take off their in-ears and they were playing to this click and noise in their ears. Somehow we managed to finish the first song and I started talking to crowd, trying to brush it off like nothing really happened, just entertaining them. And then when I turned around, I saw Anton and Chris very unhappy. So I started doing some random crap and, just trying to waste some time. And honestly, I thought that I'm gonna talk a little bit here and there and then I'm gonna say, thank you, we're Morphide, we're going home, because I didn't have trust in our computer. But somehow Chris actually managed to partially fix stuff, I would say, and our PC lasted a little longer. That's enough of trouble for a 20-minute set, you would say, and oh boy, you're wrong. Because Anton kept playing and then his China just left the chat. And remember 𝗙cie, who was screaming in the beginning of the set? Well, his only task was to help Anton. So whatever happens to Anton, he was supposed to fix that. And when he screamed, what he screamed in the microphone, everybody on live stream heard that. So they started bombarding him with messages like, yeah, 𝗙cie, good job, woo, that's so cool. And he had no idea what he did, because he didn't know that microphone was on. So he started sending them videos and messages from stage, yeah, I'm on Wacken, yeah, having a cool time. And he completely didn't see Anton struggling there. So when the second song finished, Anton just literally screamed in those mics, because they were miking his drum kit. Everybody heard that. 𝗙cie's running to him. He's trying to put China back. And then he thinks that the best thing he can do is actually ask our drummer, who is in the middle of a set, in his in-ear monitors, playing a song. Is this fine? Well, of course, yeah. Anton can definitely hear you in that noise. But it's okay. We love you, 𝗙cie. Mwah. Well, as you can imagine, we left with a pretty horrible feeling. Our PC almost died, and probably that's not our fault, but partially it is. As a band, you're expected to perform well no matter circumstances. Also, the set was only 20 minutes long, so after Chris was able to fix the issue, there was not much time left for us to actually feel the show, right? To kind of enjoy it, and maybe the last song was the only one that we were kind of getting into it. And then you just need to run again and pack your stuff and just leave as quickly as possible, not to bother other bands. In the next couple of days, we saw professional bands also having technical difficulties. For example, Dead by April had their sound gone for a couple of minutes, literally during their set.
Are we clear to play now? All good? Okay, cool. All right, let's move on. Crazy shit that happens on Wacken right here. The worst fucking day ever to have technical problems, right?
Orbit Culture had to restart their show, so start it all over.
You guys still here?
Well, that kind of made us feel a little bit better about ourselves, so we still felt really bad for the guys, but at least we felt like, okay, this happens also with professional bands, and I mean, we just need to learn and try to prevent that in future, but there is nothing to be like extremely devastated about. And yeah, extreme heat is extreme heat, right? We can't control how our gear performs, unfortunately. So that was our takeaway from this situation. The next day we were mingling a lot in the artist camp, like in the lounge, and talking to managers and people in the industry, basically learning how the industry works, and that was, oh my god guys, that was insightful. Finally we were able to explore Wacken a bit. So the first 2 days we had been performing, we had been seeking knowledge from industry experts, but then we finally started walking around, and my favorite place was Wasteland. It was such a post-apocalyptic underground, like really cool vibe. I really enjoyed it, and somehow that was also my favorite stage. It was a smaller one, so there were less people, but then we were just able to go to the bigger stages. And obviously vibe to some, you know, bands we've been listening for like 10-15 years. That's really cool. There was lots of crowd surfing all the time. Constant crowd surfing, constant. You had to be very careful, because I think I got hit 2 times because I wasn't just like, I didn't see them coming from behind. We were finally able to catch Animals' Leaders live, and we got to the first row, and I really liked watching them play, like really close. But then also one thing that I enjoyed was watching the crew, like the technical crew working. First of all, I saw all the cameras, cameramans behind, all of that you see on the screens. But also it was so fun watching those guys who catch people, like crowd surfers. They look like superheroes because sometimes they're also like huge dudes crowd surfing, right? So they were literally giving them a princess treatment, catching them and putting them very carefully on the floor. So that was super cool. But generally, if you're wondering how big of a festival Wacken is, like, this is huge, you know. This is not even a headliner. It's just the middle of a day, as you can see. And these are amount of crowds we're talking about, like tens of thousands. But otherwise, that was lots of fun and lots of new experience. We already bought ourselves new PC for our tour in September because, yeah, I mean, now we know that extreme heat can also be a problem. Anyways, like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more behind the scenes videos of our when I became a band, but not in a really traditional way, journey. And go to our Patreon page if you want to see more behind the scenes videos, or if you would like to see an extended version of this video with more industry insights. Otherwise, see you in the next video.